Monday Night Chat with Wong Chen.
Brought to you by the Member of Parliament for Kelana Jaya in collaboration with Invo.
Okay, welcome to Monday Night Chat. This is a special edition. We've got 3 parts as usual, but it's unusual this week because we're going to drop Policy Monday. We're going to focus on what's been happening the entire week in Parliament because we're in the Parliament sitting. So this is Monday Night Chat episode 34. Okay, this segment is on Parliament. As you know, Parliament is sitting for 3 weeks. So this is the first week, and this is day number 1, Monday the 24th of July. Now, what happened today is the members of Parliament received letters from the government that most of our questions on 1MDB and related to 1MDB have been denied, and therefore we cannot ask them in Parliament today. So we gathered about 20 members of Parliament, altogether about 30 odd questions that were denied by government, and we called a press conference at 11:30, actually 11:45. We had a long 15-minute debate with the speaker voicing our great dissatisfaction. The entire world knows about 1MDB. The UK Parliament is going to talk about it, but the Malaysian Parliament was shut down completely on 1MDB question. And then after that, we started the debate on the domestic violence bill. I took part to support Kota Raja, to remind Kota Raja that most of this bill actually encompasses both husband and wives that have been abused, and also family members, children, and disabled people that live in the family. So that was day 1 of Parliament. Okay, this is day 2 from Parliament. Not much happening today. We're still in the domestic violence bill debate, and that is probably going to end about 5 o'clock. At 5:30 today. So we're most likely going to the Uber and Grab debate starting on tomorrow at about 11:30. Yeah. The only big highlight for us in Parliament today is that we had a pre-council meeting for PKR MPs, so about 20 members of Parliament attended, and that's where we sit down and arrange who's going to speak on what bills, which areas do we focus on. I've been instructed by the Chief Whip, Datuk Johari, to prepare a briefing on Uber and GrabCar. So that's it for Parliament Day 2. Okay, Day 3 of Parliament. Nothing much happened. It's quite sad actually. I came to Parliament about 9 o'clock in the morning, had breakfast with YB Sim and also YB Eshanuddin, who is an UMNO politician from Kota Tinggi. We had a long discussion on drug policies. Eshanuddin just came back from Philippines. And then at 10 o'clock, we started Parliament session. There were a few questions asked, and then at about 11:30, the Uber and Grab debate started. I'm now waiting for my chance to speak. Everybody has to queue up. This is likely to happen for the next 2-3 days. At a lunchtime, I was invited by CNBC, so I gave an interview in Shangri-La KL, went to KL, gave an interview for about half an hour with their reporter Sri. So that should be coming out tonight on CNBC. Then I came back to Parliament at 2:30. Parliament resumes, and it looks like I have to wait until probably tomorrow to have a chance to speak on the Uber and Grab legislation. That's it for day 3. Okay, day 4 of Parliament, a very short report. Nothing much happened on day 4. We basically debated the Uber and Grab bills, and the final bill, which was the licensing bill, was only confined to members of Parliament from Sabah and Sarawak. So having said that, the Speaker ordered us to wrap up everything, and it was concluded by 5:30. So next week we're going to a whole new set of bills, which are also quite minor. So this sitting in particular looks to be a very slow and very deliberate sitting. Nothing much other than that happened on Thursday, but I did get a reply from the Minister when I asked how much money did he spend, the Prime Minister spend, on his Hari Raya due recently. Remember, in 2013, he spent 2.88 million on one event, one Hari Raya open house. So we wanted to know, I wanted to know how much he was spending on this 2017 Hari Raya open house, to reflect the austerity that the whole country have to go through. The answer came back completely avoiding the question. Nothing was given other than by saying the fact that he has the power to throw an open house and that it was approved by the Finance Minister, which is ironically himself. So that's it for this whole week of Parliament.
These are the two books that I'm currently reading. This one is a book on feminism, and also this is actually a poetry book by a poet from America. She talks about female empowerment and depression and mental illness, things like that. Hello, my name is Valentina. I'm the new staff here, but please call me Tina. I'm a fresh law graduate from Multimedia University, and so I used to live in Malacca, and Malacca has the best nasi lemak. Fun fact, boss made me say this, but I used to be a hip-hop dancer and I love listening to rap music. My passion is in gender equality, and I actually used to work with Sisters in Islam as a research assistant. So nice to meet all of you, and I'll see you soon. Bye!
Okay, Q&A this week. The first question is, some readers have been writing and sending me messages whether the donation to Rafizi Ramli to offset his 300,000 fine from NFC is real or not. It is absolutely real. So please do donate to Invoke. Rafizi has advanced about 850,000 to Invoke for its operations. So if you donate to Invoke, Invoke will then repay Rafizi some of his advances so that he can pay the 300,000 for the NFC case. To recall, NFC is the Cowgate scandal. It was a big issue in 2010, 2011, 2012, leading to the 2013 general election. It's only in Malaysia, in the warped judicial system that we have, that the NFC perpetrators are completely free, and that somehow they got a judgment against Rafizi for 300,000 for apparently defaming NFC. So please donate and support him. Okay, question 2 on the issue of Uber and Grab. The legislation came up in Parliament. We debated over the issue. Essentially, my position is clear. We have a new industry that is disrupting the old industry. We have Uber and Grab disrupting the industry of taxi drivers. Yeah? The problem with this is the taxi drivers in Malaysia have a raw deal because they have a crony system where the bosses, usually Datuk Sri or Tan Sri, who own all these taxi licenses, don't actually drive a day on taxi, but overlords over all the other taxi drivers. So let's eliminate the crony system to give the taxi drivers a footing so that they can try to be competitive against Uber and Grab. Now, taxi drivers themselves, because of the general perception that the taxi is of poorer quality, that the drivers are rude and so on and so forth, they have to transition and correct themselves so that at least they have a shot to compete against Uber and Grab. Now, a simple lesson is this. In Singapore, taxis perform better than Uber and Grab. And why do they perform better than Uber and Grab? It's very simple. They offer a better service. That's it. So our taxi drivers need to migrate for better service. Okay, the last question. What are my feelings about Dr. Mahathir becoming chairman of Pakatan Harapan? Well, I'm okay with it. The first thing is to recognize that Ketua Umum, the leader, the de facto leader is Tun Anwar Ibrahim, a man I deeply respect, and the president that's supposed to executive powers to run Pakatan Harapan is really Wan Azizah. So in that sense, I'm quite happy with the arrangement. I know that Dr. Mahathir has a history. He's also responsible for many of the ills today, but we are glad to have him on board in Pakatan Harapan because in the final analysis, we need Bersatu and we need Dr. Mahathir to campaign in the rural areas where rural bias is strongly in favour of Barisan Nasional. If we want to have a chance of even reforming this country, we need to win election, and winning election means we have to work with Dr. Mahathir. On a personal level, I have never met him. I don't intend or seek to meet him, but we welcome him on board in this fight against Najib and against Barisan Nasional.